Yo, yo, yo. Welcome back to the channel. Um, I'm doing this video because I was asked how I play Mortal Kombat um, and other blind people, right? Alright, so Mortal Kombat 11, this goes for PC, PlayStation, Xbox, um, and all that kind of stuff. Whatever. Like it's fundamentally the same game, like same menus, all that kind of stuff. If you haven't seen my video about how to turn on the menu commentary on Mortal Kombat 11, you go check that out. All right. So anyway, all right. First of all, we're talking about the menu. All this stuff is like I mean, with the menu, it talks.
Fight.
So um,
Conquer.
like for example, if I want to go in here,
Story.
I can go into the story,
Part
which
1.
I did
Mortal
complete the whole
Kombat
story, but I
11.
never got into the Aftermath expansion. I mean, it's been years and I've never touched it. Anyway, alright. So we can go in there.
Towers of Time.
Alright, so Towers of Time, this is not accessible, right? But if I think you might be able to kind of remember. Maybe, because I don't. I don't remember what all these towers are, but I don't go in here that much. Alright, so when you go in here, it's a bunch of towers from left to right, right? So you can hear, and another thing you need is a headset. You need a good headset, right? So you need a stereo headset. All right, so you can hear it moving, right? So that's the noise when you're moving, and all these are towers. And when you go into a tower, it's not accessible either because some things ask you to click on, or buy, I guess, buy the tower. So with like your hearts and your time crystals, all that kind of stuff. All right, so you can do all that. All right.
Towers
So
of Classic Towers.
then we have classic towers. These towers are pretty much AI, right? They're computer controlled towers. And depending on whether you go left or right, right? This is the one you start at. Whether you go left or right, it gets into more difficult, which means more people in the tower. And then there's a never-ending tower and all that kind of stuff too. All right, but none of this stuff is really accessible. You just go into a tower, right? And this is where you would choose a character.
Spawn.
All right, so choose a character, and then right here, after you choose your character, you choose your variation. So you hit whatever, and then you hit it again for your variation. This is your difficulty, right? So you're in the middle. You go to the left, and it's easier. You go to the right, and it's harder. That's pretty much it. All right.
Conquer.
So
Fight.
fight.
Local.
Like if you wanted to play with two people who are in, like you and your friend in the same room, that's what you could do.
Tournament.
I have no clue what this is. Like honestly, I don't know what this tournament is. I've never used it, and when I go in there, I guess it's sort of like if you had two people in the same room and y'all wanted to have a Mortal Kombat tournament. I guess that's what that is.
Online.
All right, so then this is online.
AI battle.
I don't know what this is either. I've never really gone into here, so honestly, I'm not sure what that is.
Online.
But online, right? Go in here, online, and you have a couple options, and it still reads. Um, once it loads up.
Combat League. Ranked set.
So of course, first is ranked, as it reads.
Casual versus.
This is
Combat League.
ranked
Ranked
where
set.
your progress and your wins and your losses are counted. I mean, this one,
Casual
your wins and losses are
versus.
counted too, but it doesn't really matter as far as your overall, right? So you go to casual to
Casual
practice
versus.
against other people, and then when you're ready to go up here
Combat
and
League.
actually get a
Ranked
good
set.
record or something, that's where you go into ranked.
Casual
So
versus.
in casual is a little bit different as far as the menus go. None of these menus are narrated, right? Um, no menus like start menu and all that kind of stuff. None of them is narrated. So hopefully in Mortal Kombat 12 or whatever they're doing, they'll put in the rest of the stuff. Anyway, all right.
Private 1 versus 1.
So you can go
Rooms
do all this kind of
join.
stuff, and these rooms are rooms that people actually create, and so it's a whole bunch of rooms, in here, right? So if you are familiar with online like games, right? Like people create their own lobbies and stuff, and then you go in there or whatever.
Combat League. Ranked
So
set.
and
Room.
then
Private
you
1
have like
versus Private
King
Custom Lobby.
King of the Hill,
Private Practice.
all kinds
Private
of stuff
1
in here.
versus 1. Casual. Casual King of the Hill.
See, and
Casual
it all
AI
reads.
only. Casual versus
So
Combat
and then the top
League.
one is
Ranked
just
set.
Combat League. It doesn't. It sounds like it's moving, but it's the same.
Combat Casual
All right. So
versus
and that's where
Combat
I'm
League.
usually
Ranked
playing, right?
set.
So
Fight. Customize.
customize. So this stuff is not accessible. Nothing in here is accessible. I
Characters.
mean, this is, but everything past this second menu is not accessible. It doesn't read. All right, so don't go thinking you're gonna be getting in there
Collection.
too much. This doesn't read.
Character. Collection. Character.
Like honestly, this is the first time I even went in here, I think. But this is where, if you have a good scorpion and you've collected a whole bunch of crap,
Customize.
where your stuff is. And your okay, so that's under
Learn.
customize. All right, so
Practice.
learn, like practice, right? This is accessible because you just hit that and then it takes you to, well, I'll show you, I guess. So it takes you to the character select menu.
Call me Al.
You pick whoever you want, and we'll go all the way in there
Practice.
in a minute. All right, so
Tutorial.
tutorial is not accessible. It doesn't read what it's telling you to do, so nah.
Fatality training.
Fatality training is, as long as you already know the fatality, what the buttons are, you can go in here and do some fatalities. But I don't even really know any of Spawn's fatalities because I win so many fatality tokens. I never have had to actually learn. I actually know when I first started playing, I think I did. I actually learned his fatalities. Anyway, so yeah, you can do this.
Practice.
All right, so I'm gonna go into practice.
Spawn.
Spawn. That's my main. And then after I click his variation, then I'm gonna pick who I want to fight against, right? So it
Chilly
starts
Willy.
with Sub-Zero and go over here
Sting.
to Scorpion or Noob.
Moby Ghost.
Alright, so we're gonna stick with Noob,
Beast Mode.
and then you can choose the map too, but I never really care. Alright, so right now I'm on the left, right? Because I can hear my guy jumping on the left. Like I can hear him. I can hear him walking too, right? So I know, and I can hear him moving over there too. So it's all about really like, I don't know, you just get used to it. And then when you learn how to play your character, you start learning like how far it is from, from like way out here, right? You start knowing, okay, this is what it sounds like when I'm close, right? And I know that this will go from here, right? So I know that this range, like if I'm out of range, like right here will be out of range, right? And I know that because I play Spawn so much that I know that if I dash forward, I'm back in range, right? And if I go back, well, that was almost. This thing stretches pretty far. Anyway, so yeah, all right. So one of the things that I had to keep practicing is the length of his charge, right? So this one, I'm not even in the right spawn. Okay, but it's the same, pretty much the same thing, right? So I have to know how far this is. That one stretches pretty far too. So I have to know how far it stretches to be able to use all these moves. And it's the same as when you are sighted, right? Like people who are sighted, they have to do the same stuff. You gotta learn moves. Like it puts you on the same level as someone who is sighted pretty much. Like yeah, they can see animations, but sound engineering is so good that I mean it's on par, like it's the same. So I mean it just depends. And another thing is headphones. I mean, that doesn't help with your skill, but it does help with being able to know how far somebody is away from you and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, it's, or like when I'm over here, right? So it's the same thing. Know that he's on the right. One of the hardest things I found to do, honestly, as a blind person, is this single combo right here. Oh, there. I gotta go back out. I picked the wrong spot.
Conquer.
Alright,
Fight. Learn.
but this is
Practice.
important, so I'm gonna go all the way back in here. So,
Guns and bruises.
oh, that's right. It's this one. Because it's not twice. Oh, another thing is the menus, right? So the character menus are different from like if you're in practice, it's different than it is if you are playing online, right? So that's something that's super important that you should know if you're gonna start playing this game.
Toasty.
All right, so we're gonna get Scorpion, and then do some
Shinnok's Bone Temple.
random map or level. Alright, so, like I was saying, if you listen to this with headphones, you'll understand what I'm saying right now. Alright, so this combo, which of course, now that I'm recording, I won't be able to do it. Okay, so right there, I switched. At least I thought I switched. Right there, I switched sides, and when you switch sides, like it's you have to of course switch whatever you're doing to go the other way. So the reason why I can do that though is because, you know, like I'm paying attention and I'm listening to what's going on, all that kind of stuff. But that's pretty much how you do it. I mean, if you've never played a fighting game before, I mean, it's not that like it's not that hard to understand. But anyway, Combat Academy. I think I put a link to it in the blind gamer. But Combat Academy is where I go to learn about new characters or whatever if I'm trying to play something. That and I get on YouTube, and there's a really cool channel called Dash Fight where you get a tutorial from like current Mortal Kombat champions or whatever, like the top gamers who have won like fighting tournaments like and stuff. So yeah, it's pretty much how you play. And like, it's really cool playing this game because I'm playing against people who are sighted, and me being blind doesn't even matter, right? Like, that's what's cool. And I wish that more games were like that, especially online, because I like sighted people at shit. Like, I love it. It's so awesome. Like, you really don't understand. Like, I wish that Madden was more accessible so I could see people who are sighted, but it's too visual. So yeah, that's it. That's how you play Mortal Kombat. Like, you know, if you're blind, it's all about first checking out that video about how to turn on the commentary, right? So you can actually know where you're going in here. Then choosing a character, right? And you should probably play through the story because that will force you to play almost all the characters, and except for like the DLC characters. And then you'll get a sense of like what type of character you like to play, right? Like, are you one of those characters that like the zone? Or are you one of those characters like to be close, like that has good stuff up close, stuff like that. So those are all important to check out. And then just do your research about your favorite, whoever you like. I mean, there's tons of information out there about all these characters. You know, just make sure if you have Mortal Kombat 11, you're looking at Mortal Kombat 11 stuff. So But yeah, that's it. That's how you play Mortal Kombat if if you're blind or whatever. So, yep. Um, I guess that's it. That's it. Oh, I already used that one. But yeah, that's it. As far as how Mortal Kombat goes. Now I want to actually play Mortal Kombat. I done promised Nicole we're going to watch The Mandalorian. Huh? Nah. Alright, so anyway. Hope this helps. I'm always looking for people to play Mortal Kombat with. So if you have like a PlayStation 5, then let me know and we can definitely get down. We're always playing Mortal Kombat around here. So yeah, hope this helps. I need to do this a little more. It's been so long I don't know how to do it. That dope. Alright, so I'm Blind Ohio Gamer, and thanks for watching. Also, you can send your questions, comments, concerns, all that kind of stuff, favorite quotes, to blindog83@gmail.com. Alright, so looking forward to hearing from you. You can also drop all of that in the comments below, and I usually get back pretty quick with video requests or comments, any of that kind of stuff. Alright, so I'll catch you guys later. Peace.